What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of my HLTV Fantasy. Today we are looking at IEM Fall 2021 Europe playoffs. So here we see the bracket: Astralis, Fiend, G2Ns, Copenhagen Flames, Vitality, Deep, Movistar. If I had to point out a couple of surprises to myself, obviously Fiend, surprise. Movistar Riders, surprise. Copenhagen Flames, surprise, but not like the biggest surprise. I definitely think that they've always been a pretty decent team, or at least for the recent times, they've been pretty damn good, and I'm happy to see them succeed. When you look at rankings, Flames are pretty low on the rankings tier, and Movistar Riders 42nd, Fiend 31st. Other surprises, I guess Ends to some people might be a surprise, but I always knew that they have a decent chance of getting through. Of course, the reason why they got through this time around is because OG completely ruined their own chances by losing to Mad Lions in the last round. Of course, they still have a chance of getting to the major, but that's not what this video is about. I think every team here has their merits. I would probably exclude Movistar and Fiend for myself. I don't think they are worth the pick. Just gonna have a quick look at David event rating so far in this event. Not very high. Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to do better in this event, and I don't think he's worth the pick right now. I guess I should check out a couple things. So here's the most picked players so far. Device, definitely I've thought about picking Device for this. Jax as well. Hunter, really good players. When you look at how the groups went. I want to take a look at how groups went in general for me. This is my team. So Nico was great and Jax was amazing. Kyojin was a disappointment and Poison definitely was a disappointment. It's still a decent result, like top 25, but if you want to win, you need players to perform better than Poison, and Kyojin especially did. Jax was an insane pick though, and I'm happy about that. Let's take a look at my team, I guess, here. Our league, the subscriber league, standings. I was lost with this very weird team, let's say. Freiburg. It didn't do that badly. Obviously, OG was definitely not worth it. Freiburg kind of worth it for his price. Only 3 points negative. And I never used any boosters, so don't care too much. But the best team here was this one. We actually looked at it, I think, before as well. Yeah, that's a good looking team, not gonna lie. Okay, so who won and which teams were like the best teams here for the group stage? Jax definitely, and Hunter, yeah, and Device are like the number 1 point earners. You should definitely look at those this time around as well. Yeah, I think every winning lineup is gonna have Device, Jax, and Hunter. And there's some questions of like LNZ. Damn, that's a lot of points for LNZ. And then Reigns in pretty much all of these. And it's between like Shocks and LNZ apparently. Okay. Interesting. I was definitely looking at Device as well as Hunter for this one. Is Hunter undercosted? It's tough to say, right? Because he's been, like, when you look at event ratings right now, horrible rating at EPL season 14, not good enough for him in Blast Premier groups, and then absolutely destroying everyone in IEM Fall. The problem becomes that the level of opposition is higher here in general. Also, I forgot to mention this, but I have no idea if this fantasy is also gonna include both the 3rd place decider match as well as the 5th to 8th place decider bracket, which makes a big difference, right? Because if you get dropped out here, are you gonna play here as well and try and get some more points, or are you not? This bracket obviously doesn't matter when you look at this one, but it would be nice if it said somewhere, like, this is for only these rounds. It doesn't say anywhere. It doesn't seem to say that anywhere. This just leads to this pick here. Yeah, doesn't matter. There's no way of telling. Either way, luckily, I would say that the best way of looking at it is who's just gonna win all of their matches and get the most points because of it. Because you are, I guess, gonna play the most games. Yeah, you're gonna play the most games. Actually, you're gonna play an equal amount of games if you just drop out first round as well as if you just go further. But it's still best to pick the teams that are most likely to make it to the grand final. Which means, again, two sides of the bracket. It's a single elimination bracket in my eyes, basically, and with best of threes. One team from this side of the bracket, I would love to pick ENS, but I think it has to be G2. On this side of the bracket, I would love to pick Copenhagen Flames, but I think it has to be NIP actually, based on recent results in the group stage, which is the best indicator. I think I'm gonna pick a very standard lineup here, it would seem, because these players especially are looking super good, like 1, 2, and 4 here. But there's some, we can make some, let's see how we can shape the rest of the squad then. I think Hunter and Jax has to be picks. Because when you look at Jax's stats, I know about last month, but even in last month, yeah, but basically skyrocketed his like rating here. Absolutely insane. I hope he's gonna continue with that, not gonna lie. But yeah, Hunter, Jax, I can't see myself not picking them, as well as Device. And then it becomes a question of, should I go like Rez with someone else, sorry. Should I go with LNZ? Someone else? There's, like, I could see Rez, Hampus, LNZ. I don't think Plopski's the pick. Just based on recent results, like events. He had a decent rating here, as well as in Blast Premier Fall groups. But, I mean, LNZ was a lot better this event. And it's also his like first LAN, right? So you love to see that. Hampus, how was Hampus this event so far? 1.23 rating, that's good. That's really good. He might just be the pick here. If I pick Hampus, who can I get? 194,000. Can't pick. I would love Dupree here. Dupree would make me so happy, but it's just not gonna work, is it? I don't think so. Snappy doesn't really make sense. I mean, Apex is an option, but if I want to go for that, I'd rather go Rez and then Zipex. Yeah, I think this could be good. So with like support Zipex, headshot Jax, main AWP Device, either Hunter or Rez on IGL, and then one of them on something else. This looks like a very standard lineup, but also like a lineup that is gonna really work. Yeah, I mean, unless there's some big upsets, I feel like this could work very well. It would just feel too stupid to not go for a team that has players who really did well earlier in the tournament. So what is the best one for Hunter out of these? Defender, really good. How is the 96%, 87? Yeah, so multi-fragger definitely makes the most sense. And then Rez does a lot of entrying apparently. Yeah, okay. But then I don't know if IGL. I think IGL makes more sense. Headshots on Jax. Yeah, Have to go for that. Okay, I think I really like this one. So I guess booster time. Do we get to put all of the boosters if everyone plays the maximum amount of games? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 12, so 15 boosters, I believe. Yeah. It should be 15 boosters total. And there are a couple more than that, so we need to take a couple out. Does ENS have any aim gods? Yeah, there's like Sphinx, right? Sphinx has a high headshot percentage. Not that high. Does Dicha have high? Maybe they don't have that much of a top headshot guy. Okay, Dicha has a pretty nice headshot percentage. Like the question is, do you go here or here? I think Fiend and Astralis don't have anyone with super high headshot percentage, so you probably want to go for something else here. Let's just go booster by booster. So Pistol Guy is going to be Device. I think against Movistar makes a good amount of sense. But I might change that still. Bottom scorecard later on. Finals for like Jax or maybe Zipex in the semis. Stroke. Later. Clutch makes sense. Zipex is the clutch master. But I don't think Fiend is the team you want to pick that against. Probably against G2 then in second round. Top of scorecard. Device makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Hunter also. Could be Hunter or Device. I would say it's more likely to be Device on average because there's Nico on G2. Let's do that actually here. Avenger. Yeah. Hunter's second fragger. I think Avenger makes sense here. Bait. Yeah. Yeah. But probably not this round. Ace. Could be Device or Hunter. Rambo could be Device or Res. But not yet. 30 bomb. Res 30 bomb is pretty likely. I'll go for Res 30 bomb here. But then, like, that's also a question a lot of times that I think about is like 30 bomb and top of scorecard on the same team always kind of clashes a bit. So who is Nip playing? They might be playing Vitality. At least there's 2 maps. I am gonna switch into best pistol around here. Because it doesn't collude with top of scorecard that much. Flash assists, Device later on. ASD, Res later on. We do have to have a booster on everyone every round. Zipex assist, but I don't think that's Fiend. Headshots, yep, Jax eventually at least. I guess you go here. No, but no. We didn't want to go here. We want to go next round. Aimbot on Jax. And then finals bait Jax. And then so then we want to go for a different round here. This can go anywhere, of course. Does Zip not have like any better Zip grenades? Zip grenades make sense here. Saver. Did I just like skip a couple of these? I don't know. So Saver, Device. Yeah, maybe. They're probably not doing Rambo and Ace. Those should be the most likely to not hit. Yeah. Rambo and Ace are left out. I mean, bait makes... Maybe bait is just the pick here. Or is it bit... I think it's bait. And then second round headshot, and then third round we look at it. Maybe choke or something like that. Yeah, I like bait. Oops. Yeah, pretty happy with this team, I think. Looks good to me. I mean, it's always so hard to pick these teams, but the main point is that these players did very well, for the most part at least, did very well in that first part of this event in the group stages, and there's no real reason why we should expect them to do worse, except for the fact that the overall level of play is going to be higher. But we'll have to see how it goes. Either way, we have another. Of course, I'm going to create the Vardu League. Remember to join that one in the description down below. So you can fight for glory amongst my viewers. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.